Bende 2019 politics took a new turn as Honorable Kalu did something daring and new. He ditched the traditional jamboree style of political rallies for a more thorough and intimate door-to-door campaign. A tedious and gritty campaign which provided the opportunity for him to showcase his content, compassion, and also allow him to forge strong bonds within the Bende. Traversing the 13 wards of Bende, he consulted with all groups and community leaders and knocked on the doors of all constituents, actively engaging with them to understand their problems and shape his manifesto and blueprint. Therefore, Sunday, February 24, 2019 was indeed a glorious day of celebration in Bende Federal Constituency as Honorable Benjamin Kalu was declared winner of the elections for Bende Federal House of Representatives. News of Honorable Kalu's victory hit the streets and all communities in Bende simultaneously erupted in jubilation, singing and dancing on the street. Representative Benjamin Okeze Kalu marks 1 year in office today, the 11th of June 2020. Today, we'll look at some of his achievements this 1 year in office. Upon his inauguration into the Ninth House of Representatives on June 15, 2019, Representative Benjamin Kalu hit the ground running by moving the first motion of the entire Ninth Assembly, a first for a first-timer in the legislature. The motion sought to address the ecological challenges and environmental degradation of communities in Bende Federal Constituency, and as a result of that motion, the federal government factored in the needs of these communities in the national budget.
Rise under Order 8, Rule 4, matters of urgent public importance, to present a motion on the urgent need to combat life and property threatening flood and erosion that has swept away houses and roads in communities like Mpa, Umimenyi, Ozitem, and Bende.
Representative Kalu has since then sponsored over 15 motions and 40 bills. One of the notable motions moved by Representative Kalu was the motion against the maltreatment and institutionalized racial discrimination against Nigerians in China.
I rise to humbly seek the leave of this House to present a motion on maltreatment and institutional acts of racial discrimination against Nigerians living in China by the government of China. I do this in conjunction with 9 other honorable members. The House recalls that sometimes on April 8, 2020, photos and videos appeared on various social media outlets depicting institutionalized acts of racial discrimination, maltreatment, xenophobic assault, embarrassment, illegal detentions, and forceful eviction of Nigerians and other Africans living in Guangzhou.
This motion led to the evacuation and return of Nigerians who were stranded in China during the COVID-19 pandemic. Honorable Kalu was in turn recognized by several local and international bodies for his role in fighting for justice for Nigerians in diaspora.
A Nigerian senator has moved a motion on the quote-unquote institutional discrimination against Nigerians in China. Institutional, he chose the right word to describe it. The senator's name is Bende Kalu. He's the spokesperson of Nigeria's House of Representatives. The senator has put up a long list of facts which influenced his decision.
His being charged for excellence created such an impression in the minds of the APC leadership of the House of Representatives on the Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila that he was promoted to this high position of National Executive Committee member of APC in acknowledgement of his contributions to the growth of the party in the House of Representatives. Honorable Kalu was also appointed the Chairman Committee on Media and Public Affairs and official spokesperson of the Ninth House of Representatives, a duty which he diligently discharges. Representative Femi Gbajabiamila co-launched a first-ever magazine publication of the Ninth Assembly called the Green Chamber Magazine. It became a tool of transparency for reporting on activities of the House, including the progress of deliberated bills, motions and petitions, and a tool of accountability for reporting any form of corruption, inefficiency in the executive which are exposed by the House in furtherance of the constitutional duty of oversight entrenched in Section 88 and 89 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The magazine also helped bridge the communication gap between the House of Representatives and the Nigerian public.
I'm impressed with this work by the Committee on Media and Public Affairs of the House through the instrumentality of the Right Honorable Speaker and leadership.
The first impression when you see this magazine, first you have to commend the initiator of this magazine, the Chairman, House Committee on Media, and then the consultant of this magazine, Lobby Doko.
The Green Chamber magazine was bet as a strategic tool for the Ninth House of Representatives to achieve a key component of its legislative agenda.
To tell the world what we really are about in the Green Chamber. To tell the world our side of the story. For that, I thank everyone that has been involved with this publication.
Having a magazine of our own, telling our own story, this shows that whoever come across messages or any information contained therein in any of our edition, it shows that it is directly from the horse's mouth.
This is one of the initiatives that will carry that agenda further, make the institution more transparent, and remove every opacity from the operations and the conduct of the House. And this is something I think everyone should queue behind.
Representative Kalu acquired a reputation for his intellect, integrity, and thoroughness evident in his commitment in properly represent the image of the House and hold all the ministries, departments, and agencies of the executive arm of government accountable to Nigerians. As a spokesperson of the House of Representatives, he is frequently on national TV radio, print and other media to address and clarify issues of importance before the House of Representatives to the general public.
I want to send this message across to other ministers, other people who are in the executive. They should be humble enough to serve the public. As humble as these ministers have done today, when you are invited, it is not to glorify the House of Representatives. It is to prove to Nigerians that they are doing the job we have asked you to do.
I said that if the representatives, have recommendation to make, because I come from a place I represent, and if I have a document saying that I have paid 1,000 people from my constituency, and I'm not seeing them, the local government chairman is not seeing them, at the ward level they are not, the traditional rulers are not seeing them, the youths are not seeing them. Are you paying ghosts? That is the question we are asking.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague, in my thinking, I believe that rather than go to a joint committee at this point, maybe the House should consider amending, the proposal of the motion should consider amending the prayers to read setting up an ad hoc committee of about 10 people to immediately discharge of this function before the 30th, which this House has set as when the ad hoc committees will wind up and hand over to the committees. This way, I believe, the bureaucracies will be very little and we'll be able to fast forward the solutions that we desire with regards to this motion. On the 2020 budget, I commend the government for setting up priorities as well, especially as it concerns investment in critical infrastructure. One of their priority also is human capital development, and more especially incentivizing private sector investment. These are priorities that will be set by government, which are wonderful and which are laudable. But my problem is the current business environment that we have, what we are doing at the moment, the current reform, is it going to allow this to take place, all these priorities? It is high time Nigeria begin to copy from countries like Rwanda, who has made effort to reform their business environment to the extent that productivity has been encouraged. What is in this budget that will allow Nigeria to benefit from this African Continental Free Trade Agreement? If we don't strategically position ourselves by looking at this budget properly, Nigeria will become a dumping ground where the business environment in Ghana is conducive for Michelin and other multinationals to go and produce in those countries and come and dump it in Nigeria because Nigeria is the biggest market in Africa.
This earned him a nickname, the Oracle. Among his colleagues in the House of Representatives, Honorable Kalu is a friend of all and is loved by all. He cares and respects his colleagues irrespective of the political parties they belong to and their tribe. This shows in the way Honorable Kalu dresses, as he is often seen wearing Hausa and Yoruba attires to work, showing a deep respect and appreciation of the Hausa and Yoruba culture. Today, they say home is where the heart is, and true to these words, Honorable Benjamin Kalu has never lost sight of the fact that he is a messenger of the people of Bende Federal Constituency. Accordingly, he has passionately fought for the attention of the federal government on the needs of the people of Bende. This is evident in the sheer amount of federal projects in the 2020 budget for which Bende is a beneficiary. He has also undertaken several constituency outreaches and empowerment projects for the benefit of his people. To mark Nigerians' Independence Day celebration on October 1st, 2019, Honorable Kalu awarded bursaries to over 400 undergraduates from Bende Federal Constituency studying in various institutions. Honorable Kalu also organized a two-day academic fiesta for 20 secondary schools in Bende Federal Constituency to help increase the basic skills of the Bende child in reading and mathematics. The second day of Honorable Kalu's Students' Academic Fiesta, in collaboration with the National Institute for Cultural Orientation, NICO, had Bende students performing all kinds of cultural dances, displays and activities, while some pupils were warming up for their debates on several areas of Bende culture and tradition, especially in the areas of foods, arts, hair making and language, among its many other activities. The academic fiesta was organized to bring the children of Bende together in order to foster unity, love across all the wards in Bende Federal Constituency. To mark his first 180 days in office, Honorable Kalu in December 2019 held a town hall meeting to present his leaders and stakeholders of Bende Federal Constituency with a report of his activities in his first 180 days in office, keeping his key campaign promise to always remain accountable to the people of Bende Federal Constituency. At that event, motorbikes for security and transport purposes in the rural areas, cultural and musical equipment for faith-based institutions, sewing machines for women empowerment, wrappers, as well as several bags of rice and other food items and various other empowerment items were distributed to indigents of Bende Federal Constituency by Honorable Benjamin Kalu. Bende youth and women also benefited from a skills acquisition and empowerment program organized by Honorable Kalu in collaboration with PRODA, where several sewing machines, clippers, generating sets, deep freezers, and a number of other items were distributed. Honorable Kalu has worked very hard to represent the infrastructural needs of the Bende people. His intervention with a government agency regarding the broken down and dilapidated Intalako Health Center led to the construction of the Intalako Health Center into a world-class health center in Bende Federal Constituency. He invited the former NDDC Acting Managing Director, Dr. Joy Lune, to Bende Federal Constituency and took her around the various communities to see the infrastructural needs of the constituency. They also led to the agency taking concrete steps to work on the infrastructural needs of Bende Federal Constituency, including roads, health centers, and water schemes. Early this year, when the country was hit by the COVID-19 pandemic, Honorable Kalu set up a task force of 30 Bende Federal Constituency indigents who were trained by experts from the Federal Medical Center Omahia on the WHO-approved guidance for combating and preventing the spread of coronavirus. These persons were then dispatched to the various health centers in Bende Federal Constituency. Honorable Kalu made a promise during his electoral campaign to work with the Abia State Governor irrespective of the political party he belongs to. And as a way of fulfilling his promise, he supported the efforts of the state and federal government in the fight against coronavirus by distributing flyers, personal protective equipment, including hand sanitizers, face masks, hand wash, palliatives in the form of food items, and offering financial aid to everyone in need across all the 13 wards in Bende Federal Constituency. He also ensured that Bende was saturated with flyers, posters, billboards, and branded vehicles to increase awareness about the COVID-19 pandemic around the constituency and help with emergency cases. The second phase of the representative intervention saw a lot of palliatives distributed across all the wards in Bende Federal Constituency, irrespective of the political party, in conjunction with Bende Congress, an organization founded by Representative Kalu for all progressive sons and daughters of Bende Federal Constituency to come to contribute to the development of Bende. As at June 2020, the food items distributed include thousands of cartons of Indomie noodles, hundreds of bags of rice, numerous gallons of oil, and other palliative items distributed to all the political wards in Bende Federal Constituency, with many more to come in the next phase. Honorable Kalu visited the Vice Chancellor of the University of Agriculture, Umudike, at the beginning of the year to discuss on the need to partner for the extensive production of rice in Bende. He is currently focusing on how best to use empowerment in agriculture to replace the provision of palliatives as a more sustainable approach to the fight against hunger and poverty in the constituency. This is a brief review of Honorable Benjamin Kalu's 1 year in office as the House of Representative member for Bende Federal Constituency. Representative Benjamin Kalu remains committed to development and economic emancipation of Bende Federal Constituency and assures Indi Bende that the best is yet to come.